And last time on Bruh, it's a podcast.
That's what an unattractive guy says. I like
I
confidence.
mean, thankfully we not on TV. What to you, what's the most attractive? What's the first thing that you see?
Oh my god. If they're fine or not. Like a normal person.
What is fine?
What are you
What is
doing?
fine?
This guy trying. You see, he's the only guy to get on the show and try to get some sympathy booty. You see that, Court? Confidence. Like if me and him are coming out the club, he's gonna say, "Hey, that girl with the heels, she really looks confident. I think I'm gonna go over there."
And that's what makes it so humorous to me, because no matter what's going on, she's believing her jokes. I gotta give it.
Confidence is important, man.
Yeah.
It's important.
It's so important. If you don't believe in it, don't do it. Don't do it.
Thank you. And Joaquin, can I ask you a question? Do you see confidence in your wife? Do you see it?
Oh God,
oozing out of her.
Okay.
Thank you.
No. Let me tell you why you said that.
What is this leading to?
No, in our second or third episode, the question was, "What is the first thing you notice about a woman?" And this guy says confidence. Who says that about the first thing they see when they see a woman? Nobody. Except this guy.
Apparently me and Joaquin.
Hey.
No, he didn't say that was the first thing he saw.
No, that wasn't the first thing I saw.
Exactly.
By no means.
I tell you what. But what I saw, she was walking and carrying it with confidence. So it kind of ties in together.
I'm not sure if I need to be on this podcast. These are all men.
Oh no.
I can't win tonight. I can't win.
Don't get mad because he's gifted.
That's right.
Because he's gifted.
I love it.
Two men with thought-provoking intellect, a rousing discussion with a hint of humor. He says this, I say that, with a host that...
Bruh, it's a podcast.
Hi, I would like to welcome you all to our latest episode of Bruh, It's a Podcast. I'm your host, Courtney, and we have our two honorary Capricorns, Q&E. How are you guys doing today?
You see that? Sag had time to work on his little zodiac symbols. He's called us honorary Capricorns.
Honorary Capricorns.
All right. Before I even say what up to the people, I'm gonna follow through with my word. All right. Yo, Q.
What's up, bro?
Ask Courtney how to go with old girl.
Oh, how'd it go, Courtney?
Okay, so since we're continuing this false narrative of something that never happened, I will tell you, I looked up what I am, and I am actually not a Sagittarius, so we can remove Big Sag. Maybe we can go with Big Cap, make Big Capri. Corn is bad.
So, Q, do you earn a nickname or do you make it yourself?
I think you earn it.
That's why he's a Sag.
That's why you're big
right
Sag.
there. That's why you're there. You can't give us your nickname. That's not how it works, Courtney.
It's not going away, bro.
Okay, well, you guys didn't read my horoscope because it says the secret to happiness is freedom.
Now he's reading horoscopes. I told the people last week it was about him. They didn't want to believe me.
Yeah.
And he denied it over and over again. Last week, what a fraud. Last week he said he doesn't believe in horoscopes. Now he has a phone out right now. People reading it to us. Y'all didn't read
letting you know.
Unbelievable.
So my card of the day is the Lovers, which are two dogs that are back to back on top of a star.
Lovers.
Yes.
What?
It represents
Lovers.
a major choice that I'll make soon. But don't be fooled. That choice isn't always about romantic love. Take that, world.
Old girl got him, man. She got him now.
That's
I don't know
a
what
lot.
happened this week, but now all of a sudden, he's all about the zodiac
You
signs.
see that? He didn't even know his sign last week.
Now he wants to be called Big Cap. You know what else is a cap on social media? A lie. He's a Sag. He's a Sag.
But you guys don't want to hear about...
No, we don't want to hear that. We don't want to hear that at all. This week we got some wonderful guests, some really cool people. Courtney, tell the people who they are.
We have two very, very special guests that are here with us today. They are TikTok superstars.
Big time.
They do everything, actually. They write books. They have their own business. They do counseling. This is what we call a power couple.
Oh, yes.
So what we're gonna do, we're gonna introduce Stacey and Jaoquin Loper. They're here with us today, and we're really excited. And we'll bring them in, and we'll get to learn about the life of a true Black Power couple superstar family. That's what it is.
Hit them with a round of applause.
Yeah, man, these two, man, they are really big on social media. Got to give it to them. They're huge people. They're what is that? The Asian Facebook? They blew up on that thing.
What?
So we're definitely not putting this in.
Hold on. Did you just call TikTok the Asian Facebook?
What?
Oh, that's gold. Hold on. That's amazing.
What?
How is this amazing?
Hold on. The Asian Facebook?
No,
That's
you gotta
incredible
call it the
stuff.
Chinese Facebook.
Isn't that
You
what
can't
it
call it
is?
the Asian Facebook. You gotta call at least if you make it the Chinese Facebook, it makes a reference to what it is. Asian sounds racist. You gotta
man. You don't want to pinpoint one specific group. That's why
but everybody thinks TikTok is
Facebook.
controlled by China. That makes sense.
Somewhere in Asia.
Somewhere. Oh yeah, so we're not pinpointing anybody.
There you go. It's just a broad thing.
We'd like to welcome Stacey and Jaoquin. How are you guys both doing today?
I'm doing great.
I'm marvelous.
See, she had to one up him.
Always.
She had to one up him.
Noticed that, right?
She had to one up him. I'm not gonna say anything because I love my lady too, so I'll be quiet.
It's okay. It's 4 guys, so we know we got 2 full brains on this.
So we got Courtney. We gotta tell the people these are TikTok extraordinaires. They are carrying the torch. They're leading the way.
Yes. Well, that was in the introduction. So now the audience is going to hear you being redundant. See, this is the problem that I deal with as a host. They just don't listen. They don't listen to me.
I don't listen to you.
I know.
Look at the bright side, Courtney.
Okay, what's the bright side?
Usually that's when I say something offensive to the people listening, and I didn't do it this time.
So you've matured.
You see,
Yeah.
Q, you see Big Sag is angry today.
Okay, so Courtney's a Sagittarius, right? So we've been calling him Big Sag, and he really doesn't like it.
It's a Jekyll and Hyde in him.
When he gets an attitude, we say he's being a dry Sag. He really doesn't like it. I'm gonna throw it away, but right now it's really hot. You know,
that's
so
what it is.
We're really going with it right now. So if at any point he gets on your nerves, just throw that term out there.
That'll calm me down. I appreciate that. That is still a great place to start, E. Like, tell us how you got into TikTok, right? Like, you deciding to have your family, you and your husband and you, your wife, and you, just the whole shebang. How did it get started?
How many people are in this relationship?
Yeah, I'm only one because I'm gifted. I'm only one person.
Exactly.
So funny, we got started because of my daughters. Our oldest 2 daughters, Megan and Morgan, they were always begging my wife to get on TikTok just to do the dances. So they used to always do dances together. They begged her, and she did not. She declined them for about 2 months. Mm-hmm. And I kept telling them, I said, man, if y'all let her get on there, I'm telling y'all, she's gonna be a worrisome. And she joined, and she said, if I join, I'm gonna be famous. And
I was really kidding because I was like, how am I going to get famous on TikTok? I can't dance. And my daughter was like, you will never go viral if you don't do the renegade.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I will never go viral because I'm not doing the renegade.
Yeah. She begged me for about 2 weeks to do a TikTok. And I'm like, Stacey, I don't have time for it. Don't do that. And we finally did one. And I love the fact that our 2 youngest kids, our boys, they love seeing us doing the TikToks together. Mm-hmm. And our girls were like, Mama, Daddy, y'all corny. We're like, okay. We start having fun with it during the quarantine. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Between Zooms, between a meeting here or this. And lo and behold, she told her first joke to me, and the rest is history. The rest is history.
Yeah.
Wow.
So how many kids do you guys have?
We have 4.
4, okay. All right, 2 boys and 2 girls?
Yes, we have our oldest 2 are our 2 girls, 21 and 17, Megan and Morgan. And our 2 youngest are our boys, 10 and 7, Landon and Maddox.
If he heard you say he was 7, he would
I'm sorry,
be happy.
10 and 8.
All right. So I have a question. Who's funnier?
I mean, how could you ask that question? You see who's the funniest on TikTok.
Oh, okay.
No, so for real.
The best part though is the laugh though. Like to hear you laugh and how it matches the same energy on your TikTok videos is amazing.
And what we tell people, this is us. What a lot of people think, is it set up? No, this is us. We don't know how to do anything else. If we had to plan or stage this, I wouldn't do it.
It wouldn't go over right. It would not go well if we had to stage it. It just wouldn't, because me catching him off guard is like perfect. Because I catch him at the most unopportune times, like for real. When I come at him and I'm like, I got one for you. Oh, I got one for you. Like for real. Yeah. So
I'm gonna get him back.
I'm gonna be honest with you. He is funnier than I am, and he's always been that way. That is truly the foundation of our relationship is laughter. Mm-hmm. That's how he kind of broke the ice with me, but I'm just coming out of my shell.
Okay,
I've not always been so funny.
Yeah, she has been this funny, but my wife was more reserved. My wife was very business oriented, professional. It took a minute to really just get her to, man, baby, just have fun. Look, we ain't at the office right now. Just you ain't gotta correct everybody with their enunciation, their spelling. Seriously, just have fun. Yeah. And man, I promise you, when she finally came out, this is what you all see.
Yeah.
When she finally came out of her shell and just, man.
Now I have no filter. He can't take me anywhere because he has no clue what I'm gonna say.
Yeah.
Our kids are like, "Ma, don't do that."
So basically, everyone regrets it. All right.
Everybody regrets it. And this is what's so funny, because when the first video went viral, our 17-year-old was livid.
Yeah, literally. If you all see the video, the TikTok that we did when she's "Ain't nobody mad," that was literally. My wife just picked up the phone and started recording and said, when your 17-year-old
is bad.
And it just went, it played. So we had a shirt made for us that said, ain't nobody mad.
Ain't nobody mad yet. And now they're cool with it because they get all these text messages from their friends. And when people see us show up in her videos on her page, they were like, "Are those your parents? Oh they're my God, cool. They're cool. They're famous." And it was like, no. We're not. We're not
at all.
Not go clean your room.
It's like, nah, we're not famous.
I gotta say, before you go, Q, like when you have parents that everybody thinks are cool, but they're still your parents, that has to be frustrating. Right?
Oh man! Our older daughter, she'd roll her eyes until she'd be like,
Yeah. There are perks to us being their parents, especially living in Alabama when we were in Memphis, going out to restaurants and things. There are perks to them being our children. You should ask them. There are perks.
They get it. It was certain restaurants. I'm talking about upscale restaurants. They will go to and just eat free. Eat free, get invited into places.
Yep.
You such and such daughter, come on in. And I'm like,
are you guys adopting or?
We have some processing in the waiting, so just stand by.
All right.
We have a wait
list. I can't even get food at my own parents' place, so for you guys to be getting that hookup for your children is amazing.
You eat a lot for it.
It's humbling. It's crazy. It's humbling because
definitely humbling.
Where we come from, our kids have absolutely no idea.
Yeah.
They're
blessed.
Idea.
They are blessed. We don't call them spoiled. We don't call them rotten. They're blessed.
Beyond measure.
Yeah.
So what I wanted to ask was there ever any hesitancy sharing your family and your private life with the rest of the world?
No. And I'm going to tell you why. Not one person in this house expected this.
Yeah, we didn't expect this.
We didn't expect this, but now that we're here and no telling what heights God is going to take us, we're not worried because this is who we are. That there's no skeletons in the closet that may be pulled out, anything. We are so transparent and open. This is who we are. So there's nothing about us that is fake or that can be uncovered. Our kids are comfortable with who they are. They just live in life.
Yep. They're not perfect. We know they're not perfect. When I wrote my book, Total Surrender, our 17-year-old, she read it when she was 15. When she read it, She came back to me. We were on vacation. I'll never forget. And she said, Mom, you were so honest in your book. And I was like, baby, I said, that's what people need. I said, it was a paradigm shift for me when I wrote, Total Surrender, just being transparent with people, because the word tells us that we overcome by the words of our testimony. And I knew that my words would help somebody else. And so it was not a problem with us sharing our faith with everybody.
So it's evident that you guys are faith-based family, right? It's evident about that, and that's remarkable. So that means that you guys are honest. Not only are you guys transparent, but there comes with some honesty. So I read an article that Jaoquin has a dish that he makes for you. Does that mean he's a better cook?
Oh, he's definitely the better cook, hands down.
Okay, all right. So if you had to make a dish for him, what would it be?
That's a good question.
Oh yeah, I did my research. Oh yeah.
I see.
Oh yeah.
Oh, what dish would it be?
Oh no, he asked you the question.
It would be spaghetti.
Wow.
Now here's the real question. Jaoquin, would you eat it?
Yes.
Hey, good answer. Good answer.
Hey, I ain't.
Yep.
Hey, I might be gifted, but I ain't stupid. My wife cooking is it's always been good, but in the last 12 years, oh man, through the roof.
Oh, she got better.
Right. Yes, my wife doesn't even eat green vegetables. The only green vegetables she'll eat is like broccoli, raw broccoli, or raw spinach, stuff like that. But she's gotten so she know I love greens, green beans, cabbage, stuff like that. So over the years, she's gotten good at perfecting it. And now people in my family won't even eat nobody greens but hers, and she doesn't eat them.
Yep.
Wow.
So no, but for 12 years old, all you gonna do is make spaghetti though? Come on now, Stacey. For 12 years?
Oh no, honey, I will cook. I cooked him a filet last night.
Oh,
Yes, she did.
A filet. He had this shrimp rice that I make.
Yeah.
Because I'm a pescatarian, so I'm perfecting my seafood dishes.
Okay.
Yeah. He had some green beans, some French style green beans.
See, that's way better than spaghetti. Go ahead. Where's the confidence now?
Oh, my sweet potato pie? Oh my gosh.
Somebody gonna slap. Somebody gonna slap.
Oh yes, my sweet potato pie is the bomb.com.
Matter of fact, she made something for me a couple weeks ago, and I took a picture and sent it to her father, her dad, and her sister. And her sister texted back and said, "Go shoot yourself."
You're so petty.
She said, "Go shoot yourself."
Send me these daggone pictures. What's wrong with you?
You guys are very, very talented. You were literally just talking about, you wrote a book. I wanted to ask you about blended and winning and what that means. What you started, like, we're curious about that. So yeah, no, give us your thoughts. You guys are just doing a lot.
Blended and winning started 9 years ago. Started 9 years ago in the roughest patch of our marriage. It started really, and I tell people all the time, don't be afraid of the dark places, because sometimes the dark places is where your some of your best gifts come out of. In the midst of us deciding and working on staying together, opposed to getting divorced, blended and winning came out of it. And it was us dealing with the nuances and the conflicts of being a blended family. My wife already had a daughter herself when I met her. Being married, I come from being single. I said I do and jumped into it, and now I have 3 other people to take care of, including myself. I don't think people really realize the seriousness of marriage anymore. Some people think, they think marriage is going to make everything poof and we're going to be happy. Man, marriage is work. And what we learned, I'm going to speak for our marriage, what we learned is we never left a lot of our past in the past. And it conflicted with the present. And within that, we truly had to make a decision on whether we want to make this thing work or not. It was no secret that we loved each other, but I tell people, love doesn't keep nobody together. And we made a decision to rebuild us. We could work on the marriage and the marriage still fail. But what did I have to do to make me better? What did my wife have to do for herself to make her better? In that instance, my wife found Christ. And I relearned how to love Christ and what it really meant. That's how blended when it came about. I'm dealing with in-laws. Everybody's coming down on me. I'm the bad guy. And that wasn't the case. And I told my wife one, I said, you know what? It don't matter what they say. We're blended and winning. And she says, what does that mean? And I said, well, I've been thinking about this lately. And I told her what the concept was. And she said, Jaoquin, that's good. I think we need to go with that. I'm like, go with what? And she told me what she heard. And at that point, I thought I was exceptional. I was like, yeah, that's what I mean. I went from gifted to exceptional.
Hey, there we go.
Just like that.
And, yep. And with that being said, man, blended and winning it evolved over the years. And God has evolved it. And when we're thinking about something, our thoughts are so minuscule to what God has in store for us. Now blended and winning is what it is and what it will be. Future holds.
It is. It's about faith, family, and marriage, but it's also about community. It's about blending as a unit, as a community, as a family, as a whole, despite what you look like. Okay. And the situation that you're coming in. For us, we took two people from two different sides of the track. We had a marriage that was full of struggles in finances, in raising kids, in honesty and communication. I mean, we had problems,
yes.
And it was about really, really becoming a united front and not a great divide.
Yeah.
And that's why when we are on like YouTube, my husband was like, I am Jaoquin Loper, and this is my beautiful wife, Stacey, and we are blended and winning. And so are you.
Yeah.
We want everybody to know you are a part of this blended and winning that we're a part of. And though sometimes it may not feel like it may not look like it, you are still blended and you are winning.
And someone would probably ask us, well, how can you say we are? Because if it wasn't for people helping us, counseling us, teaching us what a loving husband and a loving wife look like, I don't want to say godly because everybody doesn't, have the same religion, but what a loving husband and loving wife looks like, and how do you work toward that to be that for yourself, not anybody else. I can't be my father's marriage. I can't be my father. I can't be my grandparents. I can't be my uncle. So I can't have their marriage. I need to know what it looks like for me to have the marriage that I want, to be the husband that I want to be the father that I need to be. So that's what we did in this. It worked out for us.
That's blended and winning.
Yeah, blended and winning, man.
I like it.
It's good. It's good to see a lot of positivity and love in the world because we all know how things are looking out there right now. So it's good to see a breath of fresh air. And you're right in reference to marriage. It's always looking bad, but it's good to see positivity. It's good to see people work through it and be blended. And of course, they win it. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So it's good. It's good.
Have you, since you've been online, have you ever received a negative comment that made you almost want to disengage for a little while from social media? Because I know there's trolls, there's haters, there's always somebody that's jealous, that's sitting in their house annoyed at the world in their underwear with no job or whatever. So when you when you open yourself up, you're susceptible to those type of people. Is there ever a comment that just got under your skin to the point that you were like, maybe we should stop?
Yes, it was. It was the bean dip joke.
Oh, remember? Yes. For you.
For me.
For her.
For me, yes. Okay. For him, no. For me, it was the bean dip joke. So I did a joke about Mexicans being baptized, and the punchline was bean dip. Okay?
I'm sorry.
It's really sad. It's really sad. That Q,
I was laughing like for real. You see, I was dying.
It's sad that Q is laughing so hard and hasn't even heard the joke. He hasn't even heard the joke. He hasn't even heard the joke.
Okay.
He hasn't heard the joke. Can you at least say the joke, please?
Say the joke,
okay. Okay.
So the joke was, what do you call a baptized Mexican? Bean dip. So y'all, this joke, I think people were really upset because I laughed so hard.
Like you.
Dying. Like for real. I was laid out on the island in my kitchen, dying laughing. I was like, oh my God, this is good. And he grabbed the camera and he was like, Stacey, what are you doing? I was like, I got one for you. It is good. Okay, so the next morning we get up and we have all of these comments, and these people are just like, you are a part of the problem with what's going on. That's not the best joke to tell. That's racist. And I'm like, by no means do I have any ill intent.
Right.
You know,
the night before.
Right.
it really just like it stung.
It did. It did.
Stung
And
me. It stung me.
Yeah,
really
and I
bad.
saw how it stung her. However, the first 10 negative comments out of the thousands that were positive, from the Hispanic community, were non-Mexicans.
Yeah, they were non-Mexican.
So there were non-Mexicans saying this joke is offensive, and I'm like, how did
you know?
And my thing is, I've watched so many jokes, and I've lived in a world different than my wife's. Military 13 years. Oh, wow. You're not going to reach everybody.
That's true.
And there are going to be some that's going to take it. So when my wife said, Joaquin, I think we should take it down, I said, no, we're not.
Yeah, he did.
I said, one thing we're not doing, we're not running from who we are. And we're not running from our positivity that we're trying to put out. Whoever receives it in the way they receive it, that's on them. And she said, well, Joaquin, I want to apologize. I said, okay. I said, we're going to apologize for how people felt, not for what we said, because we didn't say it with any malice. We didn't say it with any ill intent. And these are just jokes. And then a lot of people are like, well, if they tell jokes about black people, how would you feel? If it's funny, we gonna laugh.
I mean, it's like it wasn't. They took it way too serious, and I was like, you know what, this ain't even worth it.
So that was one that my wife, she wanted to kind of like, I'm not sure. And I'm like, oh yes, we are. You done pulled me into this. Oh, we ain't stopping now.
We ain't stopping now.
Yeah. You know what? I like what you said. Like, I'm not going to run from who I am either. But Courtney, when this is over, I want you to take the part out where I was laughing. Okay. All
right. Clearly, some of us aren't as transparent as others.
I was laughing even harder. Go to my TikTok page and
y'all
watch that.
It, man.
Like, for real, you can barely understand what I was saying because I was laughing so hard. It was like so funny.
But I can tell you something else. In 48 hours, we probably gained a 250,000 viewers.
Wow.
In 48 hours. And most of them were the Hispanic community. They were like, man, this is so funny. We used to hear these jokes. And most of the Hispanics were like, we hear way worse jokes than that. So don't worry about the haters. That's one thing I appreciate about the TikTok followers. We don't have to defend ourselves.
We don't.
They go and they're like, have you been watching that content? Nothing is malicious about this couple.
Right.
Take a chill, Carrie.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. And
we don't have to defend any of our content. No. Our followers be on top of it. I mean, on top of it.
There's always going to be haters.
That's what he told me. He's like, Stacey, people are going to hate on something so small that it doesn't even matter. He's you can't
please everybody.
And they don't realize that fueled me.
Yeah,
I was kind of against it, but I'm like, no. Now you're speaking against who we are and who we trying to be. So now, what else?
Now we're gonna make 4 videos a day. How about that? So we're gonna take it up a notch. We're gonna take it up a notch. How about that? Nah. I feel you. This is gonna be. I know people usually get don't necessarily. This is a bigger platform for you to speak on. You have anything you want to say to your TikTok followers or anybody else that you don't really get to say on TikTok because you probably do short clip videos? Anything you want to say? Anything comes to mind?
Man, we just appreciate our followers. I mean, they have made us who everybody see us as. Yeah. They've established that influencer status that we have, or that famous status that we have. It's because of our followers. Yeah. And what I love about our followers is that so many of them see beyond the jokes.
Yes.
They truly see beyond the jokes. They see a happy marriage. They see love. They see the laughter. I mean, they see the unity that is between the both of us. Yeah. And I love the fact that they see beyond that surface there. Yeah. And they pay attention. They truly pay attention to what's going on our page. And just, we wholeheartedly love our followers. Yeah. I mean, from TikTok to Instagram to now YouTube. And I mean, it is, man, when I tell you, it's like, wow. It is truly a humbling experience.
Yeah.
Humbling experience.
That's awesome. And honestly, us to be able to just hear you speak about this experience of just TikTok, your family, social media, just being true to yourself, it's a message that I just don't think that we get too often, right? Like in the world, it's always about perfection. It's always about being better than. And when we get to see just like picture perfect is like the word that I'm thinking of, right? And that's just in the sense of like us accepting ourselves for like who we are and then just trying to work to get better every single day, right? And like I just want to say thank you for talking with us, for joining us, for laughing, for telling us your story. And we got to have them back, guys. Like this can't just be a one-time thing. Like you guys were awesome.
I'm a huge fan of the TikTok Huxtables. Yeah. Huge.
I am too.
Let everybody know where we can find you.
Where can they find us, baby?
So they can find us on YouTube at Jaoquin and Stacey Loper, and that's Jaoquin and Stacey with an EY Loper. You can find us on Instagram at blended_and_winning.
And
Twitter, blended and winning. TikTok at that Loper lady. Right. Oh, and on Facebook, we're blended and winning on Facebook as well.
All right. Well, thank you guys. The true love is evident. The humor is real evident. The genuineness is evident. We gotta love it. We appreciate it.
Definitely.
Man, thank you all so much.
I'm so sorry about the technical difficulties that happened in the beginning, but
that's Courtney's fault.
My fault.
That's not your fault. That's Courtney's fault.
Yeah. Big Sag he was acting up.
Okay, I'm gonna let you have this one, Courtney. I'm like,
you know what? I just like the pressure that you guys took off of me for 1 week. It just allowed me to just really enjoy this episode. So we'll be back at it next week. They were fantastic. I love that family, man. That was great.
No, they were wonderful. Like we just vibe with them so well. Unscripted, everything was good, man. I love it. We just got a good energy to them.
Definitely do. I hope we have them back on one day.
Yeah, and we need y'all to go read that book, man. Read what they have. Their story is definitely interesting. It's definitely inspiring, and transparency is very much so important. It's genuine, so I love it. I support them.
We got to talk to the people. Let them know that after you guys hear this, we got one more episode for you guys, and then that's the end of season 1.
Season finale, baby.
Yeah.
They ain't cut us off the air yet.
Hey, we made it to 20. Well, let's see if we get there. We made it to 20 episodes.
Now we're reaching our climax.
No, we're not. There's only one season. This better not be our climax.
It's impressive, E, if you're hanging on. All right.
What we got to do.
All right, so we're going to let you guys know we got a lot of big things dropping for you guys while we're away. We're not going to leave you empty-handed. We're going to give you some fun. We're going to give you some knowledge. Like, we're going to give you a whole bunch of stuff that we're going to announce for you guys next week at our last episode, the season finale. But as always, come back next Thursday. Please support Stacey and Jaoquin. Their TikTok videos are hilarious. You can find us on @bruh. It's a podcast.
They already know where they can find us, bro. It's been 19 episodes. If they don't know, go back. Hit them with the outro.
This guy's gonna cut off our Instagram. This guy's cold-blooded, bro.
Somewhere there's a guy like, I was gonna go back and try to find it, but
100%.
Bruh, bruh, bruh. Bruh. It's a podcast.